Check. All right. Let's see. Is this going? Raindis, I'm good. How are you? Huh. How are you doing? Let me throw on some random music while we wait here. Very rarely listen to this album. I'm doing good. How are you? Elkhorn, welcome in. Welcome in. How are you doing? Guys, we finished it. Club Sandwich 69. Sleep is running away from you, Raidness. Well, you're in a good spot. You know what? I guess we can just get started. What are jams? So let me tell you what are jams, Club Sandwich. We have been working on in January we were doing Jamuary, which is like Inktober but for musicians. And we had like a bunch of good jams that I turned into tracks because I'm a music producer and that's something that I do. And we just had an album. And then we worked on them on stream and turned them into albums. So this is the artwork, you guys. Isn't this great? Jam Selection Volume 1 will be dropping on... what day? On March 1st. So a week from now for people who are in America or Canada right now. If you check my links, I have a link to my Bandcamp. The album is actually already live on Bandcamp. Why did you not know of this? I don't know why you didn't know about it, Club Sandwich, but we're doing a listening party. Listening party and good time. So this is the album now that we worked on. We're doing a listening party and I'll just be eating some jam. I've got some jams here and we'll be eating them and having a good time. But for those who don't know what Bandcamp is, Bandcamp is a well, let me move some of this. There we go. Let me rearrange my desktop here so I can see properly. Bandcamp is a website that is probably the best for musicians. They give musicians the most money for like people buying stuff, and you pay as much as you want. So there's like a recommended price, minimum price, and you can give extra if you want, and they don't take a ton from you. So I don't particularly care as much. I've had a couple good interactions on Bandcamp, but not a ton. So I figure it takes like at least a week, if not longer, to get to like Spotify and Apple Music and the big ones for my distribution service. But I figured that if you have Bandcamp and you want to check me out, you can listen to it now, or you can listen to it right here. Bye, Raidness. Thank you for coming by. Suppose it is late there. Well, why don't we get started? So I'm not going to be eating bread with this because I don't know. What music is it? It's this music that is playing right now. This is the first song on the album. This song is called Strawberry. You guys can hear that, right? I'm assuming it's playing through the audio interface. So I'm going to eat with crackers because I do not have... I don't think I'm going to be able to like just eat bread this whole time. Yeah, we made, so like these jams, we made them during different streams during the week, or during the month of January for January. And I liked some of them a lot. Like this is actually my favorite one. It's why it's track number 1. And we decided to turn them into tracks. So this song is called Strawberry. So why don't we start with some strawberry jam? You can see here, it says very clearly in Japanese that it is strawberry. jam. Can't read a lot of it. It's like exciting size is what it says, like happy size, party size, I guess. No exciting pop. It's a little weird for me because I don't actually normally eat jam. Like, I'm not a big toast person, so I don't eat a lot of this stuff. Strawberry jam. Welcome in, Jenny Munchkins. Welcome in, Tiffany and Karen. Oh my gosh, everyone's coming in at the same time to lurk. Hey guys, what's up? Let me try and get shout outs for everybody. Shout out DJD. These are all my good friends. Man, you know what? This strawberry jam is good. Why don't I eat bread and jam? Jeez. This is track 2 on the album. It's called Honey Lemon, a name that was suggested by our very own Grape Jester. Who's not in here? Bread and jam is the jam. Exactly. Exactly, Ice Queen. Grape Jester's not in here, but if you don't follow him, go check him out. He's a good friend and a good streamer. He's kind of a variety streamer. I don't really know what I would classify him as because he plays like RPGs and point and clicks and shooters and stuff like that. Some more strawberry. Maybe I shouldn't have started with strawberry because I feel like this is going to be pretty hard to top. Last one before I move on. I'll come back. We'll come back to strawberry. Oh, this song is called Peaches. So I made this album. I listened to your music all night and gave me inspiration last night. I was productive. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad to hear that. Thank you. Good. I'm glad to know I'm not the only person that listens to it, because I listen to it quite a bit too. I made all of this music on this device here, which is called the OPZ by Teenage Engineering. And the other albums I've made on this were space themed. And oh, thank you so much, Karen. Thank you. And they're all space themed, and there's this show called The Expanse on Amazon Prime, and I'm a huge fan. I've been a huge fan since season 1. And so on Lo-Fi Gravity and Intercept, my space themed albums, I had songs that were shout outs to that. Like, they call people in the belt Rockhoppers. So in Lo-Fi Gravity, I have Rockhoppers Jam, which is from The Expanse. And then in Intercept, I did Rockhoppers Lullaby, which is also from The Expanse. Just the name. And in season 5, there is a character in The Expanse called Peaches. It's her nickname. And I wanted to have the inner who protected the ship as 52. Yeah. And Peaches is one of the characters in it. And I wanted to do another Expanse shout out because all of my OPZ albums have an Expanse shout out. So this is Peaches for The Expanse. We're going to try this Aohata Apricot Jam. Check that out. Anzu. I don't know what that means. So let's try some apricot jam. This is on Amazon Prime, Karen. It's one of my favorite shows. Full disclosure, though, it's a slow burn for the first 4 episodes. You have to watch 4 episodes, and then it gets really good. And it's not that it's bad, it's just you don't really understand what's happening. So after you watch 4 episodes, you kind of get it more, and then you're just all in. I love hearing the backstory. It gives it so much meaning. Yeah, so actually this song was originally called Orange Marmalade, but I changed it because none of the other songs have like jam or anything like that in the name, and it felt too long. So Peaches it is. Okay, Apricot. Let's see how this goes. Oh, that's pretty good too. Again, I'm not a toast and jam kind of person, but I really feel like I'm missing out now because so far, great. So far, it's great. You know, I said that I couldn't eat like just bread and jam for like an hour, but like, man, if they're all as good as this, I definitely could just eat bread and jam for an hour. Little ASMR. Ooh, this is track 4. It's called Blackberry. We're gonna do one more apricot. I love peanut butter and jam sandwich. You know what's funny, Ice Queen, is here in Japan, they don't mix peanut butter and jelly. So if you tell them like, oh, have you ever had a peanut butter and like jelly sandwich or peanut butter and jam sandwich? They give you like really weird looks here. And they're like, that sounds gross. Like, why would you do that? And I'm like, no, in America, this is totally a thing and it's awesome. They also don't mix chocolate and peanut butter here. And it's the same deal. They're like, why would you mix chocolate and peanut butter? That sounds gross. And I'm like, you're not even really alive. Don't bring up the phone. It is Sly. Sly, welcome in. Welcome in. And again, one more apricot. Now, Sly, now you make me want to tell my Blackberry joke. It got such great positive feedback the first time I told it. You know, Sly, people who actually had Blackberries think it's a funny joke. Yeah, please. Hold on, I'm gonna give Sly a shout out. Okay, Ice Queen is asking for it, so we're gonna tell the joke. So, Blackberry was a phone company back in like the late 90s and in the 2000s, and I had a Blackberry Storm, which was a touchscreen phone that you like had to click down on. And it was it's like pre-iPhone, around the iPhone time, right? Right, everyone, Blackberries, right? And I hated my Blackberry. I hated it. It was like, I had constant problems with it and stuff, and I ended up finally upgrading to an iPhone and just being way happier. And so I would tell people, once you leave Blackberry, you never go backberry. What do you guys think? Once you leave Blackberry, you never go backberry? Huh? Sly didn't like it. Sly and Pyro didn't like it. Alright. This one's in English. It has Japanese on it, but everything on here is in English, which is funny because it's supposedly from France. Thank you, Bean. Thank you, Bean. I'm gonna get a shout out for DeBean over here. Shout out for DeBean for laughing at my joke. But thank you, everybody. I appreciate the support. And the stream's over now. We're done. This is Red Raspberry. And again, it's weird. It's all in English because supposedly it's from France. It says France right there. It says France like all over the jar too. But in Japan, they seem to think that all foreigners speak English, which is pretty great. Oh, shout out for Karen as well. Yeah, Karen deserves a shout out too. Oh, this is Mango. Okay, so fun story. With Mango and with the first track, Strawberry, I actually made these tracks while watching ASMR. So like if you go back into my streams, you'll see I have like my iPad out and like one of my favorite ASMR artists up, and I'm just kind of making a beat to go with what they're saying. So this one is called Mango because the ASMR artist I was listening to while I made the song is called Marno ASMR, M-A-R-N-O, Marno. And he's great. I really like him. I love to watch his ASMR. And originally I was gonna call it Mayo because Marno Mayo, but that's not a jam, right? So I was really struggling trying to figure out what to call him. And my wife suggested Mango. He does like a lot of like finger movements and random triggers. He does both talking and sounds. I think that one I did talking. I think he was reading through dictionary stuff. All right, guys. So this is raspberry. I think he was reading cool words in the dictionary. I'm sorry. You're allergic to mango, Karen. That sounds... Well, I don't eat much mango, so... This is raspberry, and you know, it's kind of a brownish color. It's not as red as the strawberry. I don't like looking at it. Looking at it, it doesn't look like it's going to be good. But here we go. Oh my god, that's good. Wow. Wow, I doubted. Man, that's delicious. We'll do it. We'll open this. Oh man, that is delicious. This is one of my favorite beats on this album. I really like it. I really like the energy for it, and I dedicate it to Marno ASMR. Guys, I can't believe this stream's making me hungry and I just had dinner. These mukbangs really slap. Well, thank you. So, again, a little more raspberry. Man, that's good. Maybe I like raspberries. Let me do one more. These mukbangs really slap, and the songs, of course. Thank you. Man, you know, I thought that I didn't like raspberry, but maybe I'm wrong. And these are red raspberries, by the way. It's very clear. This song is called Boysenberry, which originally Boysenberry was actually going to be the second song, Honey Lemon, but I forgot I said that I would name it Honey Lemon, so Boysenberry got relegated to this one. I named this one Boysenberry because Boysenberry in my head is exciting. I think I've tried it once. So I'm not really sure. But in my head, it's an exciting tasting thing. And this song is pretty exciting. Yeah, it's the French packaging, exactly. Okay, one last time. Yeah, it's the French packaging that is all in English. But is it made in France? It doesn't say, but like all of the nutrition facts are Japanese. So I have no idea what's in this. Boysenberry is a cross, I think, between raspberry. It's a cross between four berries: Loganberry, raspberry, blackberry, and another one. All right, we're gonna go with the old school Concord grape. This was my favorite jelly growing up. I was the only one in my family who ate it. Everyone else in my family ate strawberry, and I would strawberry jams, and I would eat grape jelly. This is, for reference though, this is not grape jelly. It's actually grape jam. Check that out. You know, one of the things that's the most surprising about this album to me is I think you can go back and see it on stream. I think I spent like a whole 3 minutes deciding the order of it, and the order of it feels really natural, feels really good. Grape. Oh yeah. I just got into, I'm assuming, Marmalade not too long ago. Yeah, I've not really gotten into this kind of stuff, but I really like it. I might need to start eating like English muffins or toast with my breakfast. I'm such an Asian, I usually just have rice as my grain in the morning. for breakfast, you know? Like freaking like eat like sausages with rice instead of with toast. I mostly arrange these songs based on knowing which songs shouldn't be next to each other versus what songs like I wanted next to each other, right? Like I knew that certain songs needed to be separate, so, but it still turned out really good. Grape, round 2. My son calls English muffins English bread. Devine, go to sleep, rest. Get some rest. I hope my music helps you rest. This stuff is a little hype, at least compared to some of my other stuff. But thank you for lurking and leaving my stream open. I appreciate it. Oh, this one is Cherry. So the story behind this song is there's a student here that I'm friends with. Pretty good friends now. One more grape. Crossing after dark. Welcome in, welcome in. Join our jam party. So, there's a student here that I'm good friends with. And as we become better friends, she was talking with me about her family situation. Her mom died when she was 10, and, you know, the situation with her dad and her brother. And, like, it's a really dysfunctional home. It's a really bad situation, honestly. And we're talking about it. And honestly, like, I just felt really powerless and really bad talking with her about her family situation, trying to give her advice. Oh, you're totally welcome to be, and I'm really glad to hear that you like it. I really appreciate it. But we were talking about my friend's life, and, you know, I'm trying to give her some foreigner advice, you know, because I think differently than Japanese people do. But after that meeting, I actually had to come stream, and I was feeling pretty disturbed and just pretty down. And I wanted to make something that I considered to be calming, right? Something very calming for my soul and something really chill. And this song came to be. It's called Cherry. Okay, so this is Korean. This is citron, which is normally tea. It's like a jelly, you can kind of see in there. But what it is you put this into hot water and you mix it as tea. My wife said that you can eat it as jam. And like, if you look, there's like a little picture of like bread, right? Like, look, you can eat it as all this stuff. I'm a little skeptical because I really love this tea for sure. But like, I don't know about it on crackers. Citron is good, right? But like on crackers, is it good? It's good in tea, but is it good in crackers? It's gonna be so different though because it's lemon. It's citrus, right? And I've been eating all this like super sugary stuff. So let's try it. Oh, that's very good. Oh, I'm sure they have it in Asian markets. Oh, that's very good. It's weirdly a lot like the tea, but I like it. This is song number 8. It's called Gohan Desu Yo, which means, like, if you literally translate it, it means, it's food. Or, like, it's a meal. It's a sweetened seaweed paste. It's not quite a jam. It's more like a paste that they mix with rice here, and like kids eat it. I named a song Gohan Desu Yo because my Japanese friends, when they heard my idea, when I was telling them the idea of jam selection and all of that, they were like, "Oh, you should name one after Gohan Desu Yo," and which I've never even tried it, and I didn't go out and buy one for this stream. And this one felt right, so this is Gohan Desu Yo. I don't know where you're based. So, I love this art. Yes, Crossing. This is the artwork for the cover. A friend of mine, a Japanese friend of mine who lives in America, drew this. Citron round 2. Also, for those wondering, we're having a talk about local American stores. 99 Ranch. I've never heard of that place, but I grew up in Chicago and in the Midwest, and we do not have that. This is very good as tea. You just put it in hot water and it turns into tea. This is actually the tea I probably drink the most, especially if I have like throat issues or something. Get some citron tea. That's what's up. For real. For real. It's kind of expensive here in Japan, actually, even though it's just Korean, but I always make sure we have some. Sapphire, welcome in. Welcome in. I'm glad you like it. Doesn't it look great? This song is called Conquered Grape. I have SF Market in other Asian markets here. Is SF Market an Asian market? I'm not sure. I mean, all markets are Asian markets for me. You know, it's more like trying to find Western food, trying to find Western stuff. That's the hard thing for me. I'm going to go back to the strawberry. I'm going to go back to the tried and true strawberry. This is also the second to the last song, by the way, you guys. That's good. Oh man, that strawberry jam is good. It's a Chinese-based market, but yes, Asian markets are Asian markets to me too. Yeah. Okay. This album is only 27 minutes long. Which is not the shortest album I've made, but it's definitely not long. Crossing, thank you so much for coming in and lurking. Go have a good dinner while I eat more jam. Man, I'm like eating so much sugar right now. I can hardcore feel it. And you are? Of course you're a VIP, Crossing. Of course you are. I went through and added a bunch of VIPs this last weekend. You know what would be nice is if they made it like easier to make people VIP other than like drilling through a bunch of settings and stuff to find. It took me forever to find it. Oh, Crossing, you don't have to cry. You deserve it. This is Blueberry, which is the last track. I have some water here. Thank you for the hydrate, Ice Queen. It's funny you say that it hits you in the back of the head real nice. I like this one too. A good solid ending song. This song is very much a song that I would make. It sounds a lot like a Johnny Bailey song if you've listened to a lot of my music. But I mean, it's good. I like it. Got that nice. And it had, well, now it's going to be a little bit different, but it's got some nice, which is very nice. A little more strawberry. This strawberry jam is what's up. We're almost done listening to the album, you guys. And we will restart. Got enough time to listen to it twice in this stream. And it's funny though, because like when I have albums on deck to come out, so it's going to come out on the 1st, March 1st. It'll be released on streaming services, and it's already out on Bandcamp. And again, I've got links in my bio or right there if you want to listen to it on Bandcamp now, or if you want to pre-save it or whatever. I don't even know if it's had enough time to get pre-saved and stuff yet. But I always spend a lot of time listening to it before it comes out, and I'm just super pumped. Oh, I love that all of your music feels like riding a sine wave. You know why it may feel that way? Because I love sine waves. I use some like saw waves and other waves, but in general, sine waves are what is up. Some squares. I like squares too, but... So Strawberry is my favorite track that we made. And there's a couple reasons for it. The first track, my favorite track, Strawberry, pretty classic jam. I made this while watching Goodnight Moon ASMR. You can go back and I think for her video that I made this on, she has a video where she reads a children's book, or she reads a few children's books, I believe. And it's just great. It's great. And so while we were playing that video, I worked on this beat, and she gives me a lot of inspiration. I actually, on my YouTube channel, I have a whole album where I sampled her voice from one of her ASMR videos and made, you know, like an hour-long album based on these different, because it was like a 2-hour video based on these characters that she made and such. It's really great. And so for Strawberry, we've got Strawberry. Fellow Johnny Sandwich is here. Hold on, let me shout him out. These are pretty normal Audio-Technica M50Xs. Yeah, I bought these a few years ago, actually. And they're great. I use them for everything. I use them for monitoring streams. I don't have monitors in my small Japanese apartment, so I use them for mixing and mastering. I use them for everything. Strawberry. Johnny, I have an album coming out on March 1st on streaming services. It's already out on Bandcamp. We're listening to it now. First listen for everybody. This is it right here. This is the album artwork, and this is the first song. You guys, I'm gonna go back to this French raspberry jam. This is what's up, you guys. Like, and we have like, can you see? We have like very little in here. So apparently we've had this awesome raspberry jam in my house, and no one in my family has been telling me about it. My wife has been keeping it quiet for who knows how long. I wonder if I'm gonna get sick. In my general diet, I try to not eat a ton of sugar. I still eat noodles and stuff, which breaks down into sugar, but just in general, I still try and keep it pretty chill. So, and since I've left, since I moved out of America, I've eaten a lot less sugar. And so, like, I can really feel the amount of sugar I've been eating, you guys. Raspberry. This is almost gone. Here we go. I believe Johnny Sandwich streams music too. This is track 2, Honey Lemon, named by our very own Grape Jester. A little more raspberry. Thank you, bro. Thank you. I appreciate that. In my mixing process, I usually do a lot more with the drums, but for this whole album, I was just like, let's just saturate the hell out of them so it feels like it's punching you in the face. And it just turned out great. We are gonna go back, eat a little more apricot. Aohata apricot jam. You know, I don't think I've ever actually eaten an apricot. So Johnny, I made all of this completely. All the hi-hats and tingly bits are spread out nice. Thank you. Thank you. I made all of this on the Teenage Engineering OPZ. It's like a small $600 sequencer by Teenage Engineering. I bought most of these synths that are small because I don't have a lot of space. And yeah, it's pretty. So I did it all in there, and then I exported the tracks and mixed and mastered them in Cubasis on my iPad. I don't use a laptop. I do everything on iOS and on individual gear. Have I messed around with the OP1? I have. Little apricot. I have one too. I have an album called Simplicity. I actually made it for streaming music, like for people who stream music. Specifically for my best friend DJD to use during his streams. And I made that album completely on the OP1. And the same, I just kind of mixed and mastered it on my iPad. All right, here we go. We're back to Peaches, you guys. Back to The Expanse. Everyone watch The Expanse on Amazon Prime. That would make me really happy. It's such a good show. If we wanted to turn this Twitch channel into a The Expanse fan channel, like, I would be totally cool with that. Yeah, Johnny. I use these for I can't. I'm using my iMac camera, so I can't like move it, but I cannot express to you how small my apartment is, especially compared to American apartments. And so like I don't have space for really. I have like a 73 key Korg SV1, and it's not even here because we don't have space for it. Like it's at a university that I work at because there's space there for it. So I am super limited in what I can buy just space-wise. So people are always surprised that I have a lot of teenage engineering stuff, but I'm like, hey, it's little, and like you can do a lot with it. And I mostly make music with that and with my iPad, really. Little more apricot, you guys. I know that sci-fi. Yeah, parameters generate more. No, exactly. I feel a lot more creative in limitation. But like, I know that sci-fi is a music producer in her day job, so that's why I haven't like pushed to try and get her here, because I'm like really nervous about what she'll say about my stuff. Because I'm like completely YouTube self-taught. I have a music performance background, so I started like learning production 3 years ago. Thank you, Ice Queen. I really appreciate it. Thank you. But yeah, I only started producing music a few years ago. I started playing drums when I was a kid and then learned piano and singing. But I'm a little bit shy sometimes. Let's do some Grape. Guys, I might need to take a break from all of this jam. Like, I feel a little, like, jittery. Like, sugar high. I should drink some water. She's not pretentious about anything. That's nice. And it's really hard to get her to work on anything collaboratively. You know, I've wanted to do some collabs. I have a song out that's like a collab between me and a rapper friend of mine. But like, collabing with people is pretty hard. Like, yeah, it's pretty hard. So like, I totally get that. Oh, we're back to Blackberry, you guys. Back to my bad Blackberry joke. Oh my god. Huh. It is also very intimate. Yeah, it's really hard. The rapper I collabed with, he really just remixed one of my songs. He took one of my songs and rapped over it. And he was super freaked out when he sent it to me. And I was just like, bro, this is great. I love it. Like, good job, man. And and I've been bugging him to do more, and he hasn't. But also, like, living on the other side of the ocean makes it really hard to sync up time stuff with people, and moving files around, emailing, you know, you can't really email them. Like Dropboxing or using iCloud to send files to each other gets pretty hard, especially when they're big music files. But it's been fun. It's been a really cool journey. I've really enjoyed it. And also, I'm not like trying to be the next like Hans Zimmer. I like to make chill beats, you know? Alright, I have one more cracker. I'm gonna eat this. Tiffany, thank you for still lurking. Question is, what should I eat it with? I'm leaning strawberry, you guys. You guys think so? Strawberry? Oh my gosh, Johnny Sandwich with the subscription. Thank you so much, man. You know how hard it is for me to shout you out because we have like the same we have like the same first like 5 letters in our usernames. There we go. That one. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate it. And yeah, the panning, yeah, it's fun. It's fun. This track turned out, when I first started working on this track, Blackberry, I didn't have high hopes for it. I thought it would be a filler. Johnny Sandwich, big bro, little bro. Johnny, yeah, like, Johnny Sandwich, I've run into him a lot in Sci-Fi Kitty streams. Sci-Fi Kitty, I was introduced to her through DJD. This is the first time he's been in my stream, though. Thank you so much, bro. But... you know, I like to release albums. It's pretty easy for me because I'm not doing vocals or anything. I'm just making beats, right? So it's pretty easy to wait around and release, you know, like 10 at a time. But the thing is, when you release 10 beats, there's always your favorites, and then there's like filler ones, right? That you just kind of are like, well, like this isn't bad, but it's not, I don't think it's great. Side note, all of those filler beats are everyone's favorites for some reason. All of my personal favorites, people are like, it's okay. But then, like, the one that I'm like, I almost cut it. They're like, this is my favorite song I've ever heard in my life. Thank you so much. Which is, you know, it's a vibe, I guess. But Blackberry, I thought was gonna be like a very like filler type track, and it just kind of blossomed into something beautiful, for sure. Last cracker, last huge dab of strawberry. The nice thing, Ice Queen, is that since I'm an independent music producer, I have no deadlines. I have like personal deadlines, but in general, I just kind of go with it. I've been playing drums for 20 years, which sounds long, but I started pretty young. I've been playing piano for 15 years. And like, I kind of get to a point when I'm working on music that I know that, like, it's not quite giving up, but it's like, this is the best that it's gonna be, you know? Like, I'm not gonna be able to get it better than this. And I'm pretty good at recognizing that moment and just moving on. Like, some artists, and probably my biggest weakness is that I probably could work on stuff longer, and I don't. Some artists really struggle with, like, it's not perfect and it's not good enough and they never release anything. I have the opposite problem of I release stuff that's probably a bit subpar just because I want it to be done. The only time I have deadlines is with commissions. I do commission work for Twitch channels and for YouTube or for whatever. I mean, I think also when you... Nope, no worries. I'll wait, Johnny Sandwich. I do commission work for people, and in those moments, I have deadlines. When you're mixing your own stuff, I feel like it never ends. Exactly. That is very true. Because you're always like, oh, I could tweak this. Oh, I could tweak this. Oh, I could tweak this. And it's... Yeah, I have had to learn to just be like, this is good enough. And this is good and good enough. But when I do commissions, I always ask if I have a deadline. And I try my best to be really professional about commissions and get them done as soon as I can when I have time. That being said, like, I've started all of this because, like, my dream is to, like, make music for, like, a soundtrack for a video game or for a TV show or something, if they would let me. and then I would have deadlines and stuff like that. But right now, no. You know, it's funny, doing this stuff on Twitch has made it a lot more like a job to me. Like, I suddenly have to plan things out. Like, this is probably the fastest I've made an album. We made and finished this album in 2 months. I could have done it faster because I was waiting for my stream days to work on the music, and there were a few days I wanted to work on the music that I didn't. But before I was streaming my music making process, man, sometimes I would go like 3 weeks. Like, I would do like make like 3 songs right away in a week and finish them. But then other times I'd go like 3 weeks or 4 weeks without even touching an instrument because I didn't feel like it. You know, I would just like play video games, or I'm also a very avid reader, so I would read a lot. And but this album is probably the fastest turnaround speed I've ever had in between. Wow, a speedy king. It's fine, Karen. It's fine. I don't mind. I almost feel bad. My previous album, Cave Paintings, my 7th album, came out in January, and I almost feel bad for it because I feel like it's like the middle child album. Like, I love Cave Paintings. I worked hard on it. I really care for it. But like, now I'm like, Jam Selection though. Don't you love Jam Selection? Hey, everybody listen to Jam Selection. And Cave Paintings is like, but what about me? Like, I didn't have my time in the spotlight. And I'm like, shut up, Cave Paintings. We still love you. It's not about you right now. It's about or it's not even Jam Collection. It's about Jam Selection. See, that's another good example. I keep calling it Jam Collection because that was the original title. But my wife bullied me. My wife and then Grave Jester bullied me into changing it into Jam Selection because they're like, oh, it's better. Which, in their defense, it is better. It is better, but, you know, still. Are there video game music composers you're really into? You know, the thing is I don't really look into it much. Actually, I just end up listening to the soundtrack. I mean, the Minecraft soundtrack is epic. Like, I've listened to that so much. I really love all the like Nobu Uematsu, who worked on like the early Final Fantasy stuff, is really cool. And Concerned Ape did his own music, I believe, for Stardew, and I love the music in that as well. But like, as far as other stuff, I don't usually look into it. Oh, I mean, I really love Marty O'Donnell, who did the soundtrack for the first few Halo games. I think up until Reach he did. Awesome. But I don't. A lot of those like more epic composers, I don't know if I could do that. I mean, maybe I could if I had resources, right? But I think in my bio it says I'm a kitchen table music producer because, like, for real, most of my music has been made at this desk in my bedroom. My bed. Hold on. That's my bed. And also I'm touching it right now. I can touch it. In my bed, or in my on my kitchen table, I've made a lot of music because I use an OP1, right? I make a lot of music on the table, or on the couch watching TV. So like, I don't know if I could make something quite as epic as some of that music, you know? But when it comes to bleeps and bloops and chilling out, oh yeah. I recently worked on a commission for Blackheart, who I don't think is in here right now, so shh. I worked on a commission for him for his intro music, because I did his outro music for his streams, and now he has an intro song too. And it's beautiful. Like, for real, I've been listening to this intro song I made for him all day yesterday. Just like, why did I sell this? Because it's his now. Like, why did I sell this to him? This is awesome. The soundtrack to Fez really reminds me of your stuff. Let me write that down. Is Fez a game? I'm not familiar. Oh, it is. Look at that. This is super cute. Let me see if I can... Fez soundtrack. Is it out on Apple Music? That's my question. I'll have to listen to it on YouTube. Or maybe I can see what the cover looks like. Oh yeah, here's the original soundtrack. Oh no, it is. It is. Yeah, it's this one. by Disaster Piece. That's who you're talking about. Okay, I'm gonna add it. I will listen to this. I will listen to it. Thank you for the suggestion, Johnny Sandwich. I listen to a lot of random beat type music. Like, I like Bad Snacks. I listen to a lot of Andrew Wong. There's an artist named Jeremy Blake I like to listen to. I like to listen to just like chill hop radio quite a bit. Which, I don't make music like that. Fez, it is on Spotify. Ice Queen, you know, let's do something like Hardcore Ghetto here. The cover looks like this. That's it. It's funny because I don't make like really warm, lo-fi-ish type music naturally. Like, I like this kind of cooler. It's why a lot of my oh, there we go. Now Gohan Desyo. It's why a lot of my music is space themed. I end up going with a space theme because cold. It's cold in space, you know, like, but I don't know what it is. I don't know. Maybe it's because I have a background in drums, you know, like I don't like to use drum samples like of loops, you know, like a lot of people will have like an Amen sample or something that they use, and I don't like to do that because like I play it myself. But I don't have a drum kit here, so I'm freaking like playing it like that. I've gotten so good at like finger drumming into MIDI controllers. It's insane. Yeah, Ice Queen, I haven't checked it out either. We can check it out together. Back to Gohan Desyo. One of these days I'm gonna try it. Let me show you what it looks like. So Gohan Desyo, I said it earlier, Gohan Desyo is a sweet seaweed paste that they put on rice and feed to kids. Literally translated, it means it's a meal. That's what it looks like. Gohan Desyo. Not tried it. I hear it's interesting. Should get it. I've never even seen it though. Like, but I mean, I'm sure they have it at the grocery store. I've just never looked for it. You know, drinking some water, I'm starting to like feel a little bit mellowed out, which is good. Instead of like hardcore hyped. Whew. Breathe, Johnny, breathe. This is Conquered Grape, you guys. I live on Spotify. Can't wait until this album lands. Oh my gosh, me too. Oh my gosh, me too. I can't wait. I mean, I've been listening to it. We finished it sometime last week, and my artist finished this on Monday my time, Sunday your time. And I've been listening to this album nonstop since I finished it. I'm the kind of person that listens to like the same song over and over and over again. It doesn't help being a music producer because I like to like kind of pick it apart and think about it. Like there's this one song on Bad Snacks has an album called Bathtub Bumps, and there's this one song on it called Same Water, Different Seas. I think I listened to that one song, which is like a 3-minute song. I think I listened to that one song all day, one day. It's all about Spotify now. See, exactly, Ice Queen, that's what's up. I use Apple Music, not Spotify. And it's hard for me to want to do it, but my wife really likes it. And I'm one of those people that like, for myself, I wouldn't have paid for it, but because my wife wants it, I'm like, nothing is too great. Yes, like if you want it, let's do it. Kind of a deal. But that's also because she's like really frugal with money spending and I'm not. So like it's really easy to buy her gifts and stuff because there's a ton of stuff that she just doesn't buy. But for me, like if I want it, I just buy it right away. I like Ariana Grande that. You know, I see it, I want it, I buy it. This is the last track, Blueberry, which was the first track that we finished when we were working on here. I named it Blueberry because I don't like blueberries, and I felt like this song was really basic. But it's not that it's bad, it's just very Johnny Bailey. It's very much a song that I would make on the Ariana Grande of Japan. I should start doing my hair with like a ponytail up here. It's just very much something I would make, and so I wasn't super excited about it. But this song, I love to have. Exactly, Ice Queen. I'm the same way. I'll just buy stuff. I'm like, that's what money is for. It's for buying stuff. But this song has gotten a lot of love from you guys, from people I know personally that I've had listen to the album. There, like, a lot of people really like Blueberry, and I like it too. Just, you know, I just don't like it as much as Strawberry. The drums feel super drunk. It's pretty fun. Yeah, you know, it's funny. I have a long drum background, but because of that, I don't put a lot of thought into drums. And so one of the things I did with Jam Selection with this album was trying to make something a little different than I normally would, right? I guess that's like almost every album I make is like, let's try and do things a little bit differently. Yeah, I have not thought of it like that either, but that's pretty good. Yeah, the drums are super drunk. Yeah. Well, and again, right, like the only thing I did on them was saturate them up a lot and then mix it that way so they feel really punchy. And I guess I added a lot of reverb if I think about it. If I think about it, I guess I added reverb and delay too, but you know that, of course I did. Of course you did. All right, guys, we have enough time to listen to a little bit more. I want to listen to Strawberry again because it's my favorite. I wouldn't have made this album if it wasn't for Strawberry. That's a good point to make. We kind of started making the beats for an album after I made this beat, because this beat, I was just like, I like this beat so much I want to sell it. Like all the other beats at the time, I was kind of like, whatever, you know, like, yeah, they're good, but it's not a huge deal. But this song, this beat, when it was just a beat, I was just like, this beat is special. I like it a lot. And hence this album was born. I think I had a few of tracks for it already. Like I think this was like the third or fourth one. But I decided to make this because of this song, and it's really special to me. Ice Queen, you know, yeah, Rome wasn't built in a day. I'm really talented, sure. Like, and I thank you for that, but I've been playing piano for most of my life. I've been playing drums for most of my life. One of the things I don't talk about a lot with people when they talk to me about music is, you know, I grew up in a kind of monastic, like think about like monks, group of Christianity where we used music a lot. We sang and worshiped 24 hours a day. Not like individually, but as a group. And so like I would play drums live like almost 2 hours every day, 5 days a week. And I would play piano for like an hour or so every day, 5 days a week, if not longer. And on top of that, when I would go home, I practiced piano 2 hours a day, probably for 4 years when I first started. I mean, I don't do that now, but like I put in a lot of work, you know, and I don't practice that much now, and honestly, I'm not as good as I used to be. But you know, music takes time. Like all of this, like very natural looking stuff, it didn't just happen, you know. I played piano for a good 9 years of my life classically, and quit it for half a decade, and took so long to regain a fraction of the muscle memory. Very true. Very true. freaking like want to talk about muscle memory, I have like a little MIDI keyboard here that's like 60 something keys. It's pretty long, but they're half keys instead of whole keys. And I have a really hard time playing it because my muscle memory is not correct for half keys. So like I can't just trust myself anymore. I have to like actually pay attention to what I'm doing, because if I like reach for a note, if it was like a normal key, I would just reach an octave or something, but because they're all half keys, I'll reach like an extra 4 notes past an octave. Because I actually have pretty long fingers for my body size. My fingers are like kind of long and thin, so good for playing piano. Guys, we did it. We had our mukbang. It worked well. Thank you for being here. Guys, we have an album coming out on March 1st. Isn't that awesome? And like for you guys, I'm super excited about it. For you guys to have seen it, you know, you guys saw and were a part of the whole process. It's pretty exciting. You know, like, yeah. We should raid somebody. We should wrap up and raid. Okay, so I'm thinking with 9 people, we can raid Captain Nebros, who is doing art, or Girlfriend TV, who I just met. This last song is song number 2. This song is called Honey Lemon. It was named by a friend in this community. His name is Grape Jester. Yeah, this song's cool. Yeah. This is the one where it like punches you in the face for sure. Okay, hold on. Raid. Who can we? Neberos, or what is this other person named? All right, I'm starting a poll for 1 minute on who we should raid. Tiff is streaming. I know Tiff is streaming, but whenever I raid her, she always chews me out. And I actually raided her the last time I streamed. I will raid her again some other time. Yeah, whenever I raid her, Karen, she's always like, Johnny, no, don't do it. No, stop. And I'm just like, you're welcome. But she but yeah, I think I rated her on Friday, my time, which is I think Thursday, your time, one of those days. You guys want to see my son? Do you want them to see you? Come here. No, you don't want them to see you? Well, they can't see you. Come here. It's okay. I know you're shy. They can't see. Come here. How are you? How was the park? Good. I'm glad. See, they can't see. True, she chews everyone out. That's her MO. That's true. Man, you guys, I don't know who to do. I don't know who to go for here. I could raid Blackanese. Johnny, who should I raid? Oh, you know what? Who we're gonna raid? We're gonna raid Pocket Pawpaw. Pocket Pawpaw is not affiliate yet. We're gonna raid someone I didn't say. Pocket Pawpaw is not affiliate yet. She seems pretty cool. Everyone is saying hi to you. Pa. Do you want them to see you? You want to say hi? No, he doesn't. He's shy. He doesn't want to say hi. Alakajam. Maybe we'll raid Alakajam / Alakajam. Let's see here. Is he an affiliate? If he is, I think we'll raid. Oh, they all say that it's okay that you're shy. Yeah, Alakajam. Oh, he's doing music though. You know what? Let's raid Alakajam. Good suggestion. Good suggestion. What am I listening to? Oh, right. Okay, good suggestion. Let's do our closing screen. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you for being part of my jam party. It was a great time. Twitch.tv/. It was a good time, you guys. Pyro, you're too late. I'm sorry, but why don't you take part in this raid? It was a good time, everybody. The album drops on March 1st, but if you want to listen to it before that, it is out on Bandcamp, and I have links in my bio. Let's meet Alaka Jam.